everyone, it's Maki here. The opening part of the story for the movie Gundam Seed Freedom has been released in text form. Additionally, detailed new information, including illustrations inspired by the work, has also been made public. The release date, January 26, 2024, is gradually approaching. Let's analyze this information today. The beginning of the story is narrated like this. In Cosmic Era 75, the battle was still ongoing. Independence movements around the world and the invasions by Blue Cosmos were continuing. To calm this situation, the World Peace Monitoring Organization Campus, with Lars Klein as its first president, was established. Kira and his companions intervene in battles around the world as members of this organization. At one point, a proposal is brought to campus by the Emerging Nation Foundation. It was a joint operation proposal against the Blue Cosmos headquarters. Reading this story, many may be reminded of celestial being. From Gundam 00, they have in common the point of intervening in conflicts around the world and aiming for pacification. A significant difference is that celestial being is a private armed organization, not a formal organization affiliated with any state. They are often perceived by the general public as mere terrorists. On the other hand, Campus is an official organization sanctioned by states. Let's check out the newly released explanatory images. Campus is an organization jointly established by the Earth Alliance Act and OLB. When Lars Klein and others intervened in past wars, they were joined by defectors from the Earth Alliance Act and OLB forces and participated in combat. At that time, like celestial being, their activities were illegal. But in the movie, they seem to operate as an organization officially recognized by the state. However, considering that it is an official organization, it would be difficult to operate the neutron jammer killer, which allows the use of nuclear weapons. The Journey is Treaty, an international treaty between the Earth Alliance and SAFT, prohibits the use of nuclear weapons-related technology in war. It is unclear whether the Journey Treaty is still effective as of Cosmic Era 75. However, it's unrealistic to assume that being an independent organization allows free use of nuclear weapons. There are many intriguing elements to consider. First, Afranzara and Marine Hawk have been seconded to an organization called Terminal. Terminal provides information and support to Lars Klein and Archangel. It has members stationed in various countries, and despite being a non-governmental organization, possesses information-gathering capabilities on par with national intelligence agencies around the world. Terminal is not entirely aligned with Lars Klein and her group. In the book's See Destiny official file, it is described as being rather sympathetic to Lars and Archangel, indicating that it is not a complete ally, but observes from the perspective of a third party. The Master Grade Strike Freedom Gundam's manual describes Terminal as an organization established based on the resistance movement started by Zero Klein. It is a non-governmental organization formed by the non-militant factions of the Earth Alliance and Plant. The non-militant aspect is crucial. This represents a slightly different ideology than the bold intervention in combat by Lars Klein and her group. Among fans, there is speculation that Shinasa will be the first to pilot the Immortal Justice Gundam. With the recent revelation that Athrun is affiliated with Terminal, this possibility seems highly likely. As a member of the non-militant organization Terminal, Athran's active involvement in combat would likely be avoided publicly. However, the term seconded is used, suggesting that Athran could return to the Orc forces and potentially rejoin the battlefield. Commercially, given the media presence of Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice side by side, it's almost certain that Athran will eventually become the official pilot of the Immortal Justice Gundam. The newly released image of Athran and Shin standing together is also striking. In a previous broadcast, we introduced the content of an audio drama. Athran regards Shin as hard-to-be close friends with the pilot whose abilities he trusts, similar to Isaac Joe. It would be a natural development for Athran, a trusted comrade, to entrust the important Immortal Justice Gundam to Shin. According to the opening narration of the story, the first enemy to confront is explicitly stated to be Blue Cosmos. This might be confusing for some who have trouble distinguishing it from Logos, which appeared in Seed Destiny. Blue Cosmos is an organization with extremely radical discriminatory views against coordinators. Logos, on the other hand, was a group with immense power, manipulating human history from the shadows. Logos, with its significant political and financial influence, also supported Blue Cosmos. Logos collapsed during the story of Seed Destiny. Therefore, Blue Cosmos has become an organization that lost the support of Logos. However, what's intriguing is the arrangement in the explanatory images. Blue Cosmos overlaps slightly with the area of the Earth Alliance. Moreover, the nature of the organization might have changed a bit. Blue Cosmos was portrayed not only as a militant group, but also as one influencing the world politically. Miro de Azrael and Lord Dibril were called leaders due to their influential political power. They have exited the story in previous works. There is also the possibility that they have lost their political influence. The new explanatory images describe it as follows: a group advocating the elimination of coordinators, has numerous members within the Earth Alliance, repeatedly engages in combat operations in various locations. This description suggests that combat operations are their main activity. Described as repeatedly engaging in combat around the world, they appear as a very clear villain. Yuminawa, actor from Gundam Seed, expressed concern about the act of fighting against a presented enemy. It will be interesting to see how Compass, proposed by the Emerging Nation Foundation to join forces in subduing Blue Cosmos, will act. Probably, the beginning of the movie will depict a major battle against Blue Cosmos. Films often require a strong stimulus at the start to immerse the audience in the world. Shell's counterattack depicted a significant battle to prevent a meteorite from falling to Earth at the beginning. In Gundam 00, the final battle against Aeros was shown. Though this battle was depicted as a movie within the story world, it surprised many viewers with its unexpected turn. In the promotional video, a scene is shown where a Dane equipped with Fortress attack missiles joins forces with Black Knight Squad mobile suits from Foundation. If this scene is part of the headquarters capture operation, the reason for their equipped weapons becomes clear. How are the Earth Alliance and Zaft's plan described? It is explained that these two were previously in conflict. This piques our interest. The description suggests that they were in conflict in the past, but now seem to have reconciled. Indeed, the battles between the Earth Alliance and Zaft have been repeatedly depicted in Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny. from a commercial and dramatic perspective, continuously portraying these two as adversaries might risk alienating the audience. Given the shorter duration of movies compared to TV anime, the likelihood of depicting a clash between the Earth Alliance and Zaft might be low. Let's also take a closer look inside the Earth Alliance. The existence of internal organizations like the Eurasian Federation and the Atlantic Federation is noted. And it is described that the Atlantic Federation was the one that cooperated in establishing Compass. The Atlantic Federation is an immensely large organization within the Earth Alliance. Does its cooperation in establishing Compass indicate it is an organization with peaceful ideals? That's not necessarily the case. In Gundam Seed, the Atlantic Federation led the self-destruct operation with the Cyclops system. It was a strategy executed by the Atlantic Federation to effectively eliminate the military power of the opposing Eurasian Federation within the Earth Alliance. Following this operation, the Atlantic Federation gained significant influence and effectively came to dominate the Earth Alliance forces. Moreover, it's uncertain whether this will be relevant to the upcoming movie, but Patrick Zara's father was born in the Atlantic Federation. Focusing on such relationships might spark impressions about the new organization introduced in the movie. What is the Emerging Nation Foundation like? Foundation is described as a nation that declared independence from the Eurasian Federation. The Eurasian Federation expressed significant displeasure following the Atlantic Federation's use of the Cyclops for a self-destruct operation. However, their stance changed upon learning that the Atlantic Federation had acquired the neutron jammer killer. Faced with the threat of nuclear weapons boasting immense destructive power, they felt compelled to change their opinion. Many states within the Eurasian Federation, witnessing this attitude, embarked on independence movements. Foundation might be a nation that emerged as a result of such activities. There have been instances where Phantom Pain, a private military organization of Blue Cosmos and Logos, was deployed against independence movements and internal conflicts. As depicted in Stargazer, Phantom Pain is an organization that does not hesitate to commit massacres against civilians. For Foundation, which declared independence after losing faith in the Eurasian Federation subservient to the Atlantic Federation, Blue Cosmos is an object of intense hatred. The warriors of Foundation engaging in battles in the movie are likely driven by feelings for their homeland and anger. Now, have you noticed something when reflecting on this content? That's right. The organization that supported the establishment of the World Peace Monitoring Organization Compass was the Atlantic Federation. When looking at the fundamentals of Foundation and Compass, they seem to be entities destined for a position at the time of establishment. Of course, Compass also receives support from Urban Zaft, so it's not an organization led solely by the Atlantic Federation. The question remains, is Foundation setting aside past hatred to join forces with Compass in subduing Blue Cosmos, or could there be some ulterior motive? The new images include an intriguing phrase: I exist within you. Do I exist within you? Director Mitsuo Fukuda previously discussed the theme of the movie in a magazine interview. Does one need qualifications to love? Is it true that those unworthy of love do not receive it? What are the qualifications to love and the worthiness to be loved? Have you noticed in Seed and Seed Destiny that Hero never verbally expressed, "I love you" to Lars? Of course, Afran also never directly said, "I love you" to Kagami. However, Afran has expressed his affection through hugs and kisses. What could the phrase written in the new image mean? Let's also take a look at the white format image released on X. The text is outlined in pink likely. These words reflect Lars' feelings. Kira has always fought to protect the world. In the battle with Valor Creed, he declared, "There's a world I want to protect." In his confrontation with Gilbert Duano, he expressed his readiness to fight the perplexing world. Kira Yamato has always been focused on the world. But does Lars crying as an individual exist within Kira Yamato's past images have depicted the presence of Lars crying within Kira Yamato? However, Kira's gaze seemed distant, not enveloping Lars. The outcome of Kira and Lars' love is also a crucial element. In the Gundam 00 movie, there's a scene where Felt Grace gives up her personal romantic feelings for Setsuno Sai. While it initially appears as a tragic fading of love, Felt expresses positive feelings towards Setsuno, whose love is directed towards the entire world. His love is too vast. Felt's romantic feelings stemmed from Setsuno's immense capacity for love. This is a precedent where unfulfilled love doesn't necessarily lead to a bad end. Will Kira continue to confront the world in the movie? Or will he awaken to his love for Lars? The release of new information has made the movie even more exciting. What kind of relationship will Foundation and Campus have in the movie? To put it bluntly, Foundation is almost saddened to crush with Campus. The reason? The Black Knight Squad's model kits and figures also need to be promoted. It's a commercial reason. Audiences won't get much excitement from seeing the Black Knight Squad fight only unnamed, mass-produced mobile suits they need to battle strong enemies and show their formidable capabilities. Of course, the mobile suits of Campus also need to demonstrate their prowess to the audience. Given the limited duration of the movie, Campus and Foundation are destined to confront each other. By the way, the new leader of Brute Cosmos has not yet been revealed. Will there be a successor to characters like Azrael and Dibriel, or is it just that the information hasn't been released yet? It seems there are still many mysteries hidden. Let's meet again in the next program.